Whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving, ours is no caravan of despair. Come yet again, come. Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving, ours is no caravan of despair. Come yet again, come. Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving, ours is no caravan of despair. Come yet again, come. Spirit made a place for you where everything is new. Spirit made a place for you where everything is new. Spirit made a place for you where everything is new. Spirit made a place for you where everything is new. Love has made a place for you where everything is new. Love has made a place for you where everything is new. Love has made a place for you where everything is new. Love has made a place for you where everything is new. Grace has made a place for you where everything is new. Grace has made a place for you where everything is new. Grace has made a place for you where everything is new. Grace has made a place for you where everything is new.
Good morning. It's wonderful to see you all here this morning, newcomers, longtime members, and those watching online. My name is Preston Wilson, and I am honored to be your celebration associate on this third service of the new church year. May we gather together to nurture our connections, seek inspiration, and embrace change. Invitation is our theme for September. What does this new season invite from us? How are our values, principles, and beliefs inviting us to look out for each other, friends and strangers alike, with the love and kindness these unsettling times require? If you are new or visiting for the first time, I invite you to fill out a yellow pew card and place it in the offertory plate. You can also drop it off at the welcome table in the parlor after the service, right through these doors. This is where we usually have coffee, snacks, and conversation after the service. Before we light our chalice, let's all take a moment to greet those around us. Please join me in saying the chalice lighting words which are printed in your order of service. We light this chalice for the warmth of love, the light of truth, action.
May we find love in this place, love in our hearts, love for the broken down, love for the lonely, love for those yet to feel whole, love for those in between, love for those who are out of our reach. May we find love, add love, and be love in this world. Amen. And blessed be. All right, I've got some friends here who are going to come and help with our baskets. We are doing our Side with Love collection for the Southside Community Center this month. You can find the information in your order of service. And I'm going to come on out and I'm going to teach you a song for this. So this song is a call and response. And I'm going to do the call, and Stephanie's going to help with the response. So this is how it goes. What do you believe in?
We believe in love.
That's right. And then we do it a little higher. What do you believe in?
We believe in love.
Now this next part we do together, and I encourage you to clap your hands for this part in unison. It goes, what do you believe in? What do you believe in? So back to the call. What do you believe in?
We believe in love.
All right, so before we start the song, a couple of our words are short and they work like love. We believe in justice, or we believe in equity, and it stays on the same pitch. But for the longer words, we switch a pitch a little bit on the second beat. So like transformation would be, we believe in transformation. Let's try that, ready? We believe in transformation. Great, so generosity, the same thing. We believe in generosity. You've got it, you're so brilliant. We're not gonna do all of the ones that I wrote in the order of service this week. We're gonna start with love, then we're gonna do equity, we're gonna do transformation, and then we're gonna go back to love. And you can do the call with me, or you can do the response with Stephanie. All right, here we go. What do you believe in?
We believe in love.
What do you believe in?
We believe in love.
What do you believe in? What do you believe in? What do you believe in? We believe in love. Equity. What do you believe in?
We believe in equity.
Good. What do you believe in?
We believe in equity.
What do you believe in? What do you believe in? What do you believe in?
We believe in equity.
Transformation. What do you believe in?
We believe in transformation.
What do you believe in?
We believe in transformation.
What do you believe in? What do you believe in? What do you believe in?
We believe in transformation.
Back to love. What do you believe in? Your dance. We believe in love. That's right. What do you believe in?
We believe in love.
What do you believe in? What do you believe in? What do you believe in?
We believe in love.
Thank you, friends. Thank you. And good morning, friends. I'm going to invite Madeline to come on up here with me this morning.
I'm like, she's going to do it. She's going to invite everyone.
You're going to do it.
Is it going to work? Hello?
Yeah, turn it. Push right there.
Aha. Hello. No.
One more. There's several buttons to make this thing work.
Hello.
There we go. There we go.
There we go. All right. This is the time that we like to invite everyone up here to the stage. Anyone who would like to come up to the stage, of course. This can be school age or any age, whatever you prefer, for our time of wonder.
Hi, friends. Hi. So, I was thinking some about invitation, which is our theme for the month, and the way that we invite in change. So, did you know that our Unitarian Universalist faith recently voted to make some big changes to the way that we express our values and beliefs? But that those values and beliefs stay the same even as we are shifting the words slightly. So, this summer, I went on a little bit of an archaeological dig, also called moving all of the rooms around in the upstairs of my house so their children could have their own bedrooms. And in doing some, I found some fossils, technology fossils. We also found a couple of them here. So during my lifetime, technology has changed over and over again. Have you noticed? Any of you noticed technology changing during your lifetime? Yeah. So let's.
Maybe we can find some of these fossils.
I know. I was gonna say let's see if we can find some of these fossils.
Yeah, maybe don't sit on that, but who wants to open up the Wonder Box?
There's lots of things in there today, friends.
Maybe we can pass it around. Here, I'm gonna pull it down. I'm not even talking in the mic anymore. Can everyone hear me? Yeah.
Okay.
Good. I'm just gonna project that. All right. So Luna can start. Let's see what Luna finds in here. But just only pick one item at a time. That way we can really see what all of them are. Oh, now Luna found maybe the last item that we want to talk about. Should we start with it? Does anyone know what this is? Anyone on the floor? Do you guys know what this is?
Oh yeah, I see some nods.
Yeah, you can say it out loud. What do you think it is? Yeah, it's a speaker and it's an Alexa speaker. So that's cool. We're going to talk about this one a little bit after that. Let's see what else is in here. What else is in here? A cassette. Oh, a cassette. Can we hold that up? Look, guys, it's a cassette tape.
Yeah.
Have you seen this ever?
It In a while. It's been a while. They say in TV shows they've seen it.
What is this one, Glenn? No idea. What do we think? Here, look. Look at this magic trick. Oh! It's one of those! See, I do know what this is. This is a USB. I know that.
I know.
Do you know what they do?
Yeah, they like say sometimes they like save stuff.
Yeah, they save stuff. They store information,
I have
right?
a USB that connects to my mouth.
Oh,
I know what this
sometimes
is.
pictures.
This
What's that?
is if you put it into like some kind of video game or something, it can help you put it onto your like screen.
I'm gonna ask Emily
Oh,
what this is.
I love that you think this is like a video game cartridge.
little-
It does
I know,
look
I'm
like
thinking of a DS.
like a little like Game Boy or DS cartridge. This is actually an SD card, right? It's a little SD card. Does anyone know what an SD card does?
No, nope.
No.
So,
No idea what that is.
like the thumb drive, it saves information.
Saved information.
Like,
We'll put that in
like
this
it says
category.
swimming, so I think there's like some kind of swimming.
Does anyone else want to
Yeah.
grab some of the Wonder Box?
Yeah.
Liliana, you want to come forward? Okay, maybe our friends that have already grabbed some, they can speech back a little bit so that other friends can come in.
We have a whole bunch of treasures in here.
Ooh, what's this one? I also know this one. This is a Blu-ray.
Does
Yeah.
it have something in it?
Yeah, what do you think is in it?
It's the thing I was talking about. A disc.
So this one, yeah, these ones are discs.
Three.
These are movies. So this looks like it's,
Star Wars.
is it multiple parts? Is that what's happening here? Or
Yeah,
it's different movies?
it's all 3 movies in there.
We
Yeah.
used to watch that kind of thing in the car. This.
What's that?
I think it's one of those discs that plays music.
That's right. It's one of those discs that plays music. I know. It is David Bowie, London Boy. Yeah, there's a lot of David Bowie going on in my house. We got a CD. This one's called a CD. Oh, and did you know what this is?
I forget its name, but I've watched them.
You've watched them, but you forget its name. Do you know, Madeline? Do you know what it is?
Oh, is this a VHS?
It's a VHS. Yeah, it's a VHS.
Wow, that's giant.
Yeah. Why is it so big? Technology used to be way bigger.
Pokemon. You rewind them?
You had to rewind them. Yeah.
There's a Pokemon.
Garrett is shaking his head.
What's this one?
Pokemon.
It is Pokemon for movies.
4 movies.
It's a DVD.
Oh, there's 4 movies.
4 movies? We've only watched
We
like
have 2 more things in here.
All right.
3.
Oh, 3 more things.
Wait, this is. I know what this is.
What is it?
It's this. You put it in a CD player. This is. That's a 45.
Kind of. This is a rewritable disc that we used to save information on, right, for computers.
Oh, I think it keeps your knowledge of all the pictures. No, it is.
Bring the mic down.
Yeah, we found this upstairs. We're being very careful with it.
It's one of those things that like if you make a movie that saves it.
Yeah, but this was sound only. So it's not projector film where we're doing sound and picture. This is sound only. And I think this probably has a really old sermon on it. I'm going to put it back when we're done, but
What's a sermon?
it's a talk. It's a talk that people give in places of worship. I know. Oh, did you see this one?
No.
Oh.
What's that? Luna probably took it out and put it on the bottom.
Stephanie found this for us. I couldn't find one, and she went digging into the different offices here. Can I get it out?
No idea. Is it the thing you were talking about?
Oh, yeah! What is it?
I don't know. Is it the thing we're talking about?
Yeah, it's a floppy disk.
Yeah, that thing.
Legend
Yeah.
has it, the old floppy disks were actually floppy.
Bigger and floppy, yeah.
That's not floppy.
All right, did we get them all?
Now these are some pretty excellent
Wait,
fossils.
this is it.
Oh, one more?
Thing.
Oh, one more.
One more.
Anyone?
No, wait, I think it keeps your knowledge of pictures.
It does keep your knowledge, and there are lots of pictures on here. Yeah, this is a hard drive. Hmm? You know, I also had a record that I could not find in my house, which is also David Bowie. I have a David Bowie record somewhere, and I could not find it, so sorry that we're missing that.
All of my records are painted on. So first we had a cassette, then we had CDs and MP3 players. Now many people use streaming services. So we see that the type of technology that we use changes over time, but that core idea, it stays the same as we're watching movies and we're listening to music and we're storing our pictures and our information. So things are changing, but our core values are still there.
Yeah, so we, for a very long time, had this kind of technology that was the way that we talked about our faith. And this was our 7 or 8 principles and sources, right? So this was kind of the technology. And a group of leaders got together and they came up with a new technology, a new way to talk about what it is that we believe in, which are 7 values. We have justice, equity, transformation, pluralism, interdependence, generosity, and in the center is love. So just like our music players, where we used to use 8 tracks, again, sorry that I didn't have one, and then records, cassette tapes, CDs. I didn't have an MP3 player either. We searched my house for one. And now a lot of people just stream their music. What we're doing is the same, right? We're listening to music. It's the way that we're doing it that's different. The technology has changed. And it's the same here for us in the way that we are expressing our values. And did you know that that technology, our principles and sources, we changed it the last time in 1985, which is when we started shifting from cassettes to CDs. So that tells you how long ago that was. So it was time for us to find a new way to express what it is that we believe. All right, friends. Do you have any questions about any of these things? You're like, all right. Did you have a favorite one?
The Pokemon one.
Well, just because it's Pokemon, yeah. All right. It is ours, yeah.
Thank you, everyone. I invite any parents or caregivers who have not yet signed our children out or youth out for RE to join us now in the parlor to do so.
And I'm going to invite everyone who is remaining in the sanctuary to sing Where You Go. The word today we use will be beloved.
Where you go, I will go, beloved. Where you go, I will go. Where you go, where you go, I will go, beloved. Where you go, I will go. And your people are my people. Your people are mine. Your people are my people. You're divine, my divine.
So let's all take a deep breath as we send our kids off. In a spirit of reverence, love, and care, we take time now to bear witness to some of the joys and sorrows of our community, to share those events that call for our prayers and support, our praise and celebration. This is from Madonna Stallman. It is with great sorrow that I relay this message of the passing of Jody Kessler after a 21-month battle with brain cancer on August 20th, 2024. Jody was a light to all who knew her. She was a Sunday celebration guest speaker to FUSIT and taught many of us the practice of yoga and the practice of chanting. She touched our hearts and will be greatly missed. There was a celebration of her life yesterday. For those we are holding in our thoughts, in our hearts, and perhaps in our prayers, into this community, into this space of healing and hope, let us call these names out loud or speak them quietly in our hearts. We extend loving kindness to all in our world, and let us not forget to extend loving kindness to ourselves. Today, tomorrow, and beyond, let our hands be outstretched in kindness, and let us keep showing up to our lives and to each other with an open heart, no matter what. Love and courage to us all. Blessed be, and amen.
Spirit of life, ever adapting and renewing, we come together this morning with yearnings that do not match. We yearn for stability, for even one moment of feeling like we know what is going on, for the ability to predict and prepare for what is coming next. Yet we also yearn for change. We ache for a world that turns aside from racism, violence, dehumanization, and disregard for suffering. We pray for a change in the illness, grief, isolation, incarceration, and vulnerability of our loved ones. We reach for connections that will remind us that we are worthy as we are, and we reach for connections that will help us to become our best selves. Hold us in the heart of both and cradle us in the mystery. Cherish us in the eternal presence of love and encourage us on the path of growth and development. As individuals and as a people, help us to become who we are called to be. Lead us to open pathways and deeper wisdom through reconciliation, self-respect and mutual respect, compassion, owning and making amends for our mistakes. Source of wonder, move us to express and live in the gratitude for the beauty of this world, the loving people in our lives, and this day of possibility. To this, we add the meditations of our hearts as we enter into a time of silence.
Whoever you are, we welcome you. Wherever you come from, we welcome you. Whoever you love, we welcome you. Whoever you are, we welcome you. Wherever you come from, we welcome you. Whoever you love, we welcome you. Whoever you are, we welcome you. Wherever you come from, we welcome you. Whoever you love, we welcome you. Whoever you are, we welcome you. Wherever you come from, we welcome you. Whoever you love, we welcome you.
Each week, we take an offering to sustain the important ministries and programs of this congregation and its presence in Ithaca. Giving to the plate is important. It is a symbol of our gratitude for this service and our ongoing commitment to support the work of this church. For those watching remotely, instructions for giving using your phone or computer will appear on your screen during the offertory music and in the information below the live stream image on YouTube. For those attending in person, our ushers will pass the plate.
We invite you to join us in hymn number 131, Love Will Guide Us. You can stand or remain seated.
Love will guide us, peace has tried us, hope inside us will lead the way on the road from greed to giving. Love will guide us through the hard night. If you cannot sing like angels, if you cannot speak before thousands, you can give from deep within you. You can change the world with your love. Love will guide us, peace has tried us, hope inside us will lead the way on the road from greed to giving. Love will guide us through the hard night.
Please join me in saying the offertory words printed in your order of service. May these gifts bring about connection, inspiration, and engagement within these walls and beyond.
My beloveds, when we speak about the love that is the center of this faith, we are speaking about that which I am gazing upon right now. You, all of you. This summer, Unitarian Universalists from all over the country came together to vote on a statement of values and beliefs for this faith. That statement, often referred to as Article 2 from the section of the Unitarian Universalist Association, or UUA bylaws, where these words reside, passed decisively with over 80% of votes in favor of the changes. This was a process that took years and multiple votes from the members of this faith. Part of those changes include this statement: love is the power that holds us together and is at the center of our shared values. We are accountable to one another for doing the work of living our shared values through the discipline of love. But I'm not here this morning to talk about the politics of changing a part of the bylaws of the UUA. There's more information about these new values in your order of service, as well as on our website and the UUA website if you want more information. My understanding is that this was challenging work. And in the process, harm was done and repair had to be made. And isn't that often the way it goes with change? Transformation can be painful. We leave parts of ourselves behind. We do damage to ourselves and one another, but we also invite in the possibility of something better. We invite in the possibility of an even greater love. So now, thousands of UUs, myself included, voted to affirm this change. But what does that even mean? And does it really change anything at all? Or is it just semantics? And can we expect the continuation of the status quo only with new graphics and marketing materials? Regardless of whether you're excited about this new way of describing our shared faith or are wrestling with feelings of loss or even anger over the removal of the beloved principles and sources from the bylaws, change is a part of life. In fact, transformation is one of those new values. It reminds us that openness to change is fundamental to our Unitarian and Universalist heritage. Holding this truth about who we are, how do we move forward into a new understanding of ourselves with love at the center of our beliefs? UUA President, Reverend Dr. Sophia Betancourt, Cornell graduate and once an active member of this congregation, tells us, "There is a love that sets us free. Not free as in having the power to do whatever we want, but free as in not weighed down or bound by the patterns of hatred and control that get passed from generation to generation. Free as in restless, called to solidarity wherever we witness injustice. Free as in knowing without a doubt that we are worthy and that it is ours to invite others into the same wisdom for themselves. Free to imagine a world where our children are never in harm's way, where the violence and desperation of generations has served instead as a site of sacred repair, interrupting the cycles of war and dehumanization. Free to express our highest values and what we believe in, as many poetic forms as there are people in this room, free enough to build communities that love us so deeply that we are held when we falter and invited back into sacred covenant when we fail. There is a love that sets us free. There is a love that has made a place for all of us. A love that can build communities that hold us when we falter, that invite us back into covenant when we fail one another, because we will. We are imperfect beings. We invite that love into the center by inviting one another in, by lifting up our covenant, our promises to one another and this community as the foundation of this faith. And I want to acknowledge this is easier said than done. We can't just say, great, love is now at the center. Now all the changes that we dream about will come to pass and everything will be easy because love, right? What more do we need? It turns out that we need a lot more to do this work of living our shared values through the discipline of love. We need one another, and relationships, and community, and communication are hard. Even as I settle into my 5th year serving this congregation, I continue to struggle with navigating the complicated and often opaque structure of this community. I find myself surprised and perplexed at times by the information that I am simply supposed to know. Community members I've never met but am expected to recognize. Acronyms I'm supposed to understand. Anyone feel that? And then chagrined when I recognize the way that I, in turn, expect long-time members and newcomers alike to understand the often unstated expectation that this knowledge is somehow implicit in what we do and who we are. Unitarian Universalist C.B. Beale, who is an educator, consultant, writer, and facilitator, and who founded Justice and Peace Consulting, which uses the framework of preemptive radical inclusion in their work, shared some of their writing recently, which really resonated with me, on the challenges of being in community together and the unspoken assumptions that come along with it. As an introduction to the piece, they wrote, "I've never worked with a congregation or other community life gathering that did not struggle with unstated expectations and lingering resentments. Like the ubiquitous acronyms we forget aren't actually words and tell newcomers nothing, unstated expectations interfere with building a beloved community. We can notice and name our needs and give those we have expectations of an opportunity to clarify how they can show up." And finally, they share, "Although I wrote this from a particular perspective, I have been on all sides of this piece more times than I can count." This piece by C.B. Beale is titled "On Building Community 2." They write, "I want to show up for you, but I didn't know that I was meant to be a mind reader. I didn't know I was to anticipate needs that had not been spoken. I didn't know that you are the one who always brought the pie, the potato salad, the mac and cheese, who brings the flowers for the front or fills in at the nursery, and that I ruined it by asking someone else. I didn't know when you said you wanted me to visit sometimes that you meant every week. I didn't know the paint color I called interesting was chosen in honor of the beloved founder, Fred, and his unique bow ties, or that he was your ex-husband. I didn't know that when you said that you didn't need anything, I was supposed to ask you 3 more times until you told me the truth. I didn't know that by believing you the first time, that I would become the bad guy who didn't help you properly during your hour of need. There's a mysterious set of rules here, opaque, surprising, and puzzling in turns. No one told me, but everyone believes that I know. I'm not even sure you know you expect it from me. There's a blank space between your need and my response, full of assumptions that because of my role, I will automatically meet that need. And worse, the belief that if I don't, it's because I don't want to. In the end, which may come unnecessarily soon, you may say I failed you. If so, it will be because I didn't know I was meant to be a mind reader, and you failed to notice that you kept your true needs to yourself, tightly wound in an unturned compost pile of assumptions and the way we've always done it. It won't be me failing you. We fail one another. But if this continues, you will have a story to cling to, a story of failure again or still. It might be an easy story that leaves you with a predictable and familiar, righteously aggrieved disappointment. But that will be in place of what might have been the more subtle and complex stories of our developing relationships and growing communities. I believe that one purpose of this community of ours is to practice being in healthy, whole relationships. You believe that too. It's the how that's tricky. Making a community anew in times of change is incredibly complicated. It's unpredictable, frequently messy, and vulnerable. Although we mostly don't like that feeling, we can choose patterns of communication that will lead us toward more wholeness. Here's the thing we don't often talk about. Many of us were never taught how to do this complicated thing of telling the truth about our needs. Some of us were taught that there is shame in need. We can begin the work of unpacking that and reject it as nonsense. We can choose to lean into one another. If I begin to ask you, what else do I need to know in order to support you, and what do you need? Will you tell me the truth? I don't know if you found yourself similarly affected, but this reading spoke to me in a really visceral way, putting words to the complexity of being in relationship with one another and navigating the complicated history of an organization that has been in existence since 1865. There are unspoken rules and assumptions that sometimes we don't even realize exist until they are unintentionally broken. And while these words were specific to the experiences in faith communities, the same dynamics exist in all communities that we are a part of. Other organizations and workplaces and schools and families and friend groups. If you listen closely to these words, they tell us something about what placing love at the center means. It means telling the truth about our needs, about our limitations. It means working to unlearn the shame associated with even having needs to begin with, because acknowledging those needs means acknowledging our own imperfections. But as CB tells us, it's the how that's tricky. How do we, as individuals and a community, let go of years of unspoken expectations and the lingering resentments that accompany them, and honestly and truly invite love into its place? If I'm being honest, I don't know the answer. I'm not an expert in communication or cultural change, and I myself am terrible at sharing my own needs. I have, at least as I've grown older, become more self-aware when it comes to my own struggles around expectations, communication, shame, and perfectionism. But that doesn't know I know how to evolve into the version of me that easily and clearly shares what I need, that I know how to allow myself to be vulnerable and open enough to make meaningful change. And I don't expect you to either. What I hope for all of us is that we are willing to try. What these new values do by placing love at the center is give words to our aspirations. They invite us to aspire to this ideal that love is the power that holds us together and is at the center of our shared values, that we are accountable to one another for doing the work of living those shared values through the discipline of love. They remind us that love can make a place for us. And doing the work of love is going to look different for each and every one of us. For some of us, it might look like bringing a meal to a family during a time of need. For others, it might be tending the garden, spending time with the children of this congregation, or partnering with outside organizations who are working to further our shared values of justice and equity in the world, or simply being there for someone in their time of need. It's showing up. It's finding the things that inspire you, the ways to engage that feel like restoration and renewal as opposed to obligation, and encouraging others to do the same. When you engage with community in this way, you aren't just doing the work that needs to be done, you are living out our shared values. You are deepening your connections. There are needs in this community that are not being met, needs both spoken and unspoken. And I'm going to ask you to open up to the possibility that in being brave enough to speak those needs to others and to listen deeply when someone else communicates their own needs, that we are in fact, inviting love into the center. We can choose to lean into one another. We can choose patterns of communication that will move us toward more wholeness. So, if I ask you, what else do I need to know to support you? And what do you need? Will you tell me the truth? I invite you to rise in body or spirit for our hymn number 323, Break Not the Circle.
Break not the circle of enabling love, where people grow forgiven and forgiving. Break not the circle, make it wider still, till it includes and embraces all the living. Come wonder at this love that comes to light, when words of freedom are with humor spoken, and people keep no score of wrong and guilt, but will and human bonds remain unbroken. Join then the movement of the love that frees, till people of whatever race or nation will truly be themselves, stand on their feet, see eye to eye with laughter and elation.
In this community, we hold hope close. We don't always know what comes next, but that cannot dissuade us. We don't always know what to do, but that will not mean that we are lost in the wilderness. We rely on the certainty beneath, the foundation of our values and ethics. We are the people who return to love like a North Star and to the truth that we are greater together than we are alone. Our hope does not live in some glimmer of an indistinct future. Rather, we know the way to the world that we dream of. And by covenant and the movement forward of one right action and the next, we know that one day we will arrive home.
We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Our service is ended. Let our true service now begin.
Spirit made a place for you where everything is new. Spirit made a place Spirit, make a place for you where everything is new. Spirit, make a place for you where everything is new. Love has made a place for you where everything is new. Love has made a place for you where everything is new. Love has made a place for you where everything is new. Love has made a place for you where everything is new. Grace has made a place for you where everything is new. Grace has made a place for you where everything is new. Grace has made a place for you where everything is new. Grace has made a place for you where everything is new.
Go in peace.